Good evening. Ira Epstein of Linn and Associates with your metal market wrap-up. And this wrap-up is for Thursday, and we're at the 12th of May, 2022, 6:20 p.m. So the gold market just keeps getting hit. It can't win. The inflation story doesn't do it because what happens is central banks start raising interest rates. I think you had Argentina today, Peru, and Mexico all raise interest rates. You'll say they're not major banks. That isn't the point. First of all, I think Mexico is a major bank, but that isn't the point. What I do think is that the tide is here. It's just rally after rally in interest rates going higher and higher. Big headwind for that market. Copper, we understand. Copper's not going anywhere until China decides that the zero tolerance policy is either out the door or there's enough no cases to lift it at this point in time. We're already talking, and this is the scary part, we're talking in America of putting together $10 billion right now because in the fall there's a new variant and they want to get the vaccines ready to put it out there. I told you 2 years ago that what I suspected has happened, by the way, is that COVID will be our flu, another variation of a flu. Those that believe in vaccines will have to get one or two every year in order to fight whatever the variant is and possibly a booster. I read about it before I said it. I'm no doctor, but I'm not stupid. And that's where you're headed. You're headed that way in the flu. You don't have to get the flu shot, but if you get the flu, you die. If you're old, it kills a lot of people. Not all of them, but you do understand, we're not talking that the regular flu just kills 5 or 10 or 20,000 people a year. COVID's obviously worse, so what the heck happens? My point isn't whether you believe that medically or not. I know there's always going to be a group that thinks it's nonsense, and I accept that. Everybody's got their point of opinion. But it's coming again. It's coming in the fall. Got to get ready for it. Headwinds is my point, all right? More lock-ins from China. If they keep that policy going, where can the world economies go? Something you got to think about. On the energy market, the IEA today came out and said that it's not as bad a situation with the loss of that OPEC plus oil. As much as it is, it's not as bad as they thought. It could have been 3 million barrels a day. It's like 1 million barrels a day. And Russia's making a lot more money. They gave the numbers of that. But back to the metals. Let's go to the chart and let the chart action tell us what's going on. The market got underneath and has stayed underneath now. Here's the market. It got underneath last week because we're coming up to this Friday again. And the market had finished out 1880, 280, down 1.5% for the week. It's now down another nearly 3.5% going into, well, we're into tonight's trading already. So you can see where you're coming down. The old support zones were down here in the 1800 level. We'll have to wait and see if the market can do anything with that. When you look at the chart, what's bullish about this chart? Nothing. When you look at the action now, you've got the lower highs, the lower lows. The swing line has moved over to the highs of yesterday right here, which is today, Thursday. Yesterday in trade days at 1858.80. It's an outside day down. So if that high were taken out on Friday or Monday, it would tell me that the market then wants to make a run. Either of those 2 days, the odds would be strong that the market wants to make a run to the closest main moving average. Speaking of them, to get over that, it certainly wouldn't be the 200. It would be the combination that we just spoke about yesterday of the 100 and the 18-day average. That's your next resistance spot if you can get up there. On the way down, the 200-day average has been a failure. You can see that. I don't know why that arrow's moving now. It's so strange what this does. And it's not this, by the way. It's the new Windows updates that we've had for the charting software. They act strange. When I come over here to the Bollinger Band, you can see how the market's made its run at it. So today, 1809.10 is where you're at right now. That's pretty darn close to 1807.80. Could you get some evening up going into the weekend? Of course. You've had this monster break all week, and why not? You can get that at any point. Do I think you're just going to go through the Bollinger Band and keep going? No, I don't. Momentum, you have an embedded reading. Everything's bearish. The only thing it's got for you looking for a bounce if you're caught is you're at the Bollinger Band area. Maybe you can get a bounce, but the pros are waiting to sell this market. They'll sell it until selling doesn't work. Do you understand that? You can get all the stories you want. Everybody needs a fundamental reason. I'm a chartist. I don't need a fundamental reason. I need a chart reason. When I look at the gold-silver ratio, still running away. I've had clients write me why this is doing it. Read the stories. I appreciate it. Again, everybody's got a point of view. I'm a chartist. What do I care about? I care about, are you embedded, not embedded? Is the market trending, not trending? And is it set up where all the filters are in line? They are. Lower highs, lower lows, coming down. You might get to the 20-30 area to find a home in the market. You always got to ask yourself, can you get a bounce out of nowhere? Of course you can. It can be for whatever reason. But what's the trend? It's down. Will the pros be selling into this area if it gets back up there? Yeah. Are people caught in this break that bought it and thought it couldn't possibly do this? That's for sure. And do you have the embedded reading? Oh, yeah. So as long as that embedded reading is played, I'm a horse. I've got blinders on. And I'm going down that track, and I don't care what's on either side of me. I'm staying bearish, looking to sell rallies according to my enhanced rules that are in my enhanced Bollinger Band course. In the copper market, still coming down. I have been adamant. I talked to you about XME at times and the other one, and copper. Those are the two that are getting the heck beat out of them because China won't open the factories. It's really that simple. And until they open them, any material amount being sent to China is too much. If the factories aren't running, that's it. Don't buy a word of what they're saying that the factories are running. Take a look at Apple. The factories aren't running. Look at what the stock's doing. Now take a look at the platinum market. Higher lows, higher highs, back underneath. So it was trying to hold up. It couldn't do it. And the palladium has been bearish this whole time. I don't know what held up the platinum. Probably something technical at the London Metal Exchange, but that's all I can see. Now you got a new story developing here. I can't do that, but you're starting to get your embedded reading again. Got to keep your eye on that. We then get to the dollar index, and you had I can't do these, they won't let me. You had the market with an outside day down yesterday. You took out today the high of an outside day down. That means you're probably headed up to the 105.30 level to run into that Bollinger Band. I would say that something's amiss if the market steps in and takes out today's low right up here. Remember, we're not open yet. You'd have to take that out. I think you're just going right up to that Bollinger Band. So you put this all together. You got to ask yourself, how do you come up with game plans? Well, that's my job. I want to be your mentor. In the mornings at 5:30, I start recording my update, and I am an aggressive trader. So I'm looking to put out a lot of signals for you. I'm not conservative. So have I been selling the heck out of the currency markets? Well, if you've been watching my updates and you're a subscriber, raise your hand. And how's that been working out? Not all trades work. I get my share of losses. Who doesn't? Today, I'll give you an example, Mexican peso. I knew the bank was raising interest rates, so that was a given. But the market fell down, hit me right at my lows, and then came back. It doesn't matter. It's a trade. And that you have to have skin that is this thick in order to be a trader. The market doesn't know you. It's what's going on. Some of it's a random walk. You try to work with it. So I cover all these markets for you, looking for the patterns that might make sense, telling you in the morning in the video, hey, this is what's going on in Asia, this is what's going on in Europe, this is what I'm seeing coming up, here's a major report, why would you want to go into it? You wait for that to come out of the way, and then right afterwards, I'll send out updates as to how I think you can handle it. On the weekends, let's do the weekly charts, and I'll give you the same analysis. You get none of that here, folks. This only comes to my paid subscribers. Those are the guys I work for. So if you'd like to learn more and take a look at all this, you can. Just go to our website. If you do that, by the way, at any point here, you can just take this, click up here, and learn about all that we're doing. It's right there. Just follow that link. You can always call my staff. They'll get you all set up too. Even give you a trial if you need it. Okay? I want to prove myself. Can I be more factual than that? I make you a promise if you come with me. You're going to see something different. You're going to have some losers. You're going to have some winners. The name of the game, because I throw out ideas enough that help you with your trading. That is the goal. There is no other goal. I'm Ira Epstein. You have yourself a great day. I'll see you all over the weekend now. Remember, because I don't necessarily do them on Friday night. Over the weekend with our look at the weekly charts. Take care.